Hey guys, so it's Kuzomari here, back with another video. And in this video today, we're going to be talking about WACOM, as well as the iPad. Oh boy. I'm probably just going to blow out your guys' ears, huh? I finally got some, I downloaded a bunch of the YouTube's music from their library, so no copyright, so I can have a little bit of background music while talking. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about WACOM and kind of the future of WACOM, how I think they should try to progress, and the faults that they've had, and mixed with now the iPad Pro coming out and all this stuff, and how it kind of clashes. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to be inking Ordinal Tempest. And I actually originally thought of this video because I am inking actually a few pages ahead of this one that I'm on, of this series. And I decided to try to ink some of it on my computer just to try out my Cintiq, because I haven't used it in a while. I've just been using my iPad. And sorry, I don't know where it cut off there. If you could let me know. Oh shoot, it's actually switched. Wow. Anyways, that was kind of ridiculous. Should have been paying attention. I don't know where it left off there, but if you know where it left off, just let me know. Where you guys heard me. What's the last thing you guys heard me say before it cut off? I need to pay more attention to my phone when I'm streaming. But yeah, let me know the last thing you heard. Because I was talking about basically, I don't know if you guys heard me say, should WACOM be worried? But I'm just going to start from there. So I think that I'm not sure if I already said this part, because I don't know when it cut off, but I'm just going to go over it really quick again. This may not apply to the people who have the really big Cintiq tablets, draw-on tablets, because most of the people who have the really big, nice ones are professional artists or someone who has, a good amount of money. Most people will not spend that much on a Cintiq unless it's completely necessary, which is normally when you're a professional. So let me see here. And so some of this music. Anyways, so basically one of the things I asked about a lot, because I use the iPad Pro primarily, I get people asking me about, alternatives. What's the difference between, what's the comparison between a Cintiq 13 HD and this? And that's a hard comparison, because one needs a computer and the other one does not. This does not need a computer. The other one has to have a computer to run. And the only thing you would be able to really accurately compare this to is their, what was it, Cintiq Companion, or their Mobile Studio Pro now. And a lot of people I'm surprised, a lot of people are going for the iPad Pro, and people who have tried out the WACOM Mobile Studio Pro and tried out the iPad Pro as well, a lot of them are actually deciding to go the iPad route. One, it's much cheaper. Two, there's not that much of a difference in performance, especially with Clip Studio coming out now. And the reason why I say should Wacom be worried is because this is going to apply to people, the big majority of their sales. Because when someone gets their first drawing tablet or device, they're gonna try to go for something cheaper at first, not the big, Wacom Cintiqs. And then you also need a computer for that to work. A lot of people nowadays do not have a computer. They work strictly off their phone. So when you're an artist and you want to go digital, you start asking yourself, should I get a computer? I want a Wacom device, so I need to get a computer, right? Well, then you hear about the iPad Pro. And the iPad Pro kills two birds with one stone. You don't need a computer anymore. You don't need to purchase a computer. It's a drawing tablet in itself. And then it all just comes down to, it's crazy. Because it comes down to price and what these people really want. Because the iPad Pro is going to last a normal person that's just learning how to draw and wants to get their first device, which is a lot. I think a lot of their sales come from, and their sales also come from studios buying out Cintiqs for workspaces. But they're going to lose sales from all those new upcoming artists that want to get a new device. And just for the quick comparison, the Cintiq 13 HD is nowhere near as beautiful of a screen as this one. And if you ask about the pen pressure sensitivity and everything like that, it's the Apple Pencil, just as good. I was just using it today. And here's the thing. I'm comparing something that came out a long time ago, but their prices are just too high. Wacom's prices are way too high. And to put everything in an even harsher perspective for them, there are also Wacom alternatives that are starting to prove to be worthy of actually being rivals to them. Huion and all these other places. Huion's one of the biggest alternatives that's been doing really well. And a lot of other people are dabbling in this idea of a creative pen tablet that you can take around as a computer as well. But with 2018's release of the iPad Pro, things are going to take a huge leap. We're really going to start seeing what they wanted to bring. They're going to start bringing the heat. And it's going to be crazy, honestly. Because this device is already really good. And now we're going to see what their price point is. But they, I don't know, they might bump it up another $100. Which, even at that, with the power that they're going to put behind this new iPad Pro for 2018, and the screen size for what's been rumored to actually happen, and which is most likely going to happen, taking away more of the bezels like the iPhone 10, it's going to start, it's really going to start changing the industry for artists, because this Clip Studio already works really good on this. This tablet is supposed to be 40% faster than the first generation, and I can bow on that it is definitely faster than the first generation when it comes to heavy workloads. If you're talking about watching videos and stuff, any tablet plows through watching videos and web streaming. I'm talking about artist workload of taking on, you know, heavy files on an application like Clip Studio. And it's just going to be crazy what they come up with. Now, Wacom, no, Wacom's not going to be dead. That's why I said, should they be worried? They should. They need to start, I don't know, I know they make really premium devices, and that's what some people's arguments may be. You get something that you know is going to work, and it's going to last you. Well, that's the thing with Apple. That's their whole thing. When you get it, it's just gonna work. And the fact that they got in this game and they made a stylus with a tablet that could actually compete, that's what's really starting to change things, especially for a huge portion of the creative community using Macs. This is actually really good. Now, Clip Studio has its issues of its own for this mobile version, and they'll get ironed out. Nothing huge, but more so like it's kind of tedious to switch between platforms when it comes to cloud storage when you're using Clip Studio. Of course, a lot of people exclusively use Procreate. And that brings up another thing. The iPad Pro has so many more options on what you can do on it. You don't need to buy a computer, and you could just take it wherever you go. And this new iPad Pro is going to become even more so, to the point where it's just like, I'm thinking of myself if I was growing up in this day and age with the exact same situation I was in when I was younger. If I could have gotten this, like when I started, I would have gotten this basically, because even a parent, a lot of times, if they knew this situation, they would be like, well, the iPad Pro, you don't need a computer, and I don't know if I want to spend $500 to $700 on a computer that would barely work with your tablet, that already your tablet is going to cost at the minimum, $799. And that's saying you don't get a graphics tablet, you know? And sorry about that delay there, guys, earlier. All right, I'm just gonna draw a little bit here. Take a drink of coffee. That was a total fail on the first part with it cutting out like that. For anyone who sees this video after it's uploaded, this is recorded live. So that's another reason why it's like this. Yes?
Here, just see this done.
Sorry about that. But yeah, what do you guys think? Because I think I really do think the iPad Pro is going to start becoming, start really taking over. Because even professional artists are starting to exclusively draw on the iPad Pro. And it's pretty crazy. And just a little heads up, I was drawing on a Cintiq earlier, and it works really well, you know. Same pressure sensitivity as Apple Pencil. It's really nice. But it's for the Cintiq 13 HD, the resolution just isn't nearly as good as this. And now, knowing that if for people who are starting off and don't have a laptop, or that's another thing, like you have to have a laptop that's strong enough to be able to handle a really good display. Getting an iPad Pro pretty much eliminates any of that. Like basically you have a great display, you have a great pen, and it's all in one. Eliminates all that hassle of how much, RAM should I get in it? What, what company should I get? Gateway, a Mac, stuff like that. But I'm really excited to see what they do with this 2017 iPad Pro. On top of that, it's going to be like, they're going to be supposedly getting a new Apple Pencil coming out. And the things I could see, like there would be no use for them just putting an Apple Pencil just because the tip is thinner. They have to be bringing something else to the table with it. Although that is obviously going to be one of the selling points. They're definitely going to make that one of the selling points. Wonder how messed up this video is going to be because of that delay. But I'm not going to be streaming too much longer. I want to make sure this was around 40 minutes, under 40 minutes. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos like this, a little bit more fluently though. This one was a bit rough because of that ending, and I was going on the roll and a little bit of interruptions, but hey, so is life. Life just moves like that. And if you don't like it, that's fine. I don't mind. But yeah, at this stage in the game, you could get even the newest generation, the 2017 model, last you for a while, and you could do fully professional works on it. And now this new model that's going to be coming out is just going to raise the bar. And maybe you guys will be interested to see me do a little bit inking on my Cintiq some point. Inking, drawing. I say inking right now because that's pretty much all I'm doing right now. I gotta ink. Let me know if there's any other discussions you guys want to have. But yeah, things are gonna be different for everybody. Like this might actually apply. Somebody may not want to get the iPad Pro, or see what, and they just really want a computer for, like, for example, video editing. If you're getting it to video edit, I'm talking about purely from an artist standpoint. Because if you're getting it for video editing, it may not be the greatest device, but there are people who can video edit on here, and there are applications that do allow you to do high quality video editing. Their own app, iMovie, is pretty good. They have other ones called Pinnacle Pro or something like that. And they also have KineMaster, which in my opinion, so you have to pay a monthly fee, but it is the best, I feel like the best video editing app there is. It's really intuitive, it's really nice, and it has a lot of stuff. But I'm curious, for those of you who watched this video and stayed here long enough, what would keep you from buying an iPad Pro? What is your situation? Let me know in the comment section below. And also, you know, I'm in the stream right now, so there's going to be people maybe saying stuff in here right now, so I'll answer some questions real quick. Let's see. Oh, geez. Oh, boy. Let's see, refresh. Okay, I'm getting an iPad Pro this summer, and honestly, from watching your videos, I can already tell I'm gonna prefer it. Yes, iPad Pro honestly is really, really good. So I'm gonna go through these here. Yeah, Mobile Studio Pro, that's another huge thing. iPad is a beast with his battery. Mobile Studio Pro, I've heard of like 3.5 hours of battery life. That is not okay for such an expensive device. Just to let you know, someone asked about the glove. It's literally a glove you could just buy at the store, those, you know, thin fabric ones, and then you just cut it. Seriously, it's the cheapest way to go. Instead of buying one online that might actually not feel that good, it really is the best way to go. Let's see here. Video. I use also I can use the iPad for school, watching videos. Yeah, see, that's the thing. The iPad Pro is going to be a huge selling point for, like I've been saying, the people who are coming in to the art industry, people who or people who are learning to draw and want to draw digitally, and you know, they're looking to purchase a tablet or, you know, something like that, something to draw digitally. And that's what's really going to start hitting home, because the people who already work professionally, they're not going to get something that they can't work professionally on. Like, why like, I mean, that's not completely true, but most of them will be like, is it worth the money? Like, why would I get something that I can't work professionally on, like, or spend $1,000 just to be able to sketch on it? See, that's where they would be coming from, and it's understandable. I mean, that's how I feel. That's the thing. For a younger person, you know, 17, 19 maybe, even older, you know, whenever you're deciding to get this and you're like, well, I mean, I've just been using my phone, I don't have a very good laptop, or I don't have a laptop at all. This literally, you get it, you can watch Netflix on it, you can stream places, you can go on YouTube, you can do everything on it, and it's a beast. Now, the Mobile Studio Pro, the thing is very expensive, its battery life is really bad, but there are some ups to it on the professional side. But even professionals are choosing the iPad Pro for a very big reason. So the Mobile Studio Pro has the upside for people like 3D artists that do, you know, 3D stuff, obviously 3D artist. The Mobile Studio Pro can run that stuff because it's a full computer, but then its battery life is just hacked. So there's a point where someone says, I'm not going to spend an extra $1,000. I'm going to do the finished work for those people who cannot finish work on here. They will decide, or specific ones like 3D artists cannot finish work on here. They will be like, okay, I'll use this for a to-go device to do, you know, the concept sketches and all that, and then just finish my works on my computer. you know, that type of thing. And I really do believe this is going to start taking over more and more. iPad is the way. Bigger and bigger artists are starting to give it bigger and better reviews. The first generation was a bit iffy. I loved it, but as for being able to be a professional device, it was a bit iffy on that end. All right, I'm going to see if I can answer any more comments. This is going to be ending here soon. Answer any questions. Clip Studio still has a 6-month trial. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Clip Studio is going to have a monthly charge, and I don't think they're going to get rid of that. I mean, they could. That would definitely be a huge, like, wow, they actually did it. They got rid of it and did one-time charge. What I think they're going to do is they're probably going to lower the price because of the backlash. They're going to lower the price of the monthly charge. But if you're not working at a level to where you need Clip Studio, like that you believe it's worth it, then you're not going to need something as powerful as Clip Studio. Use Procreate or Medibang. Clip Studio has very powerful tools in it that it's not something a hobby artist would need. And you can do professional works in Procreate. But, all right, at the end of the day, because I'm going to be going here soon. All right, at the end of the day, the bottom line is I'm actually happy that this is the case, because WACOM was on the top of the game. It was just a monopoly, and they had the best of everything. Alternatives started coming up that weren't that good. Now they're starting to almost compete. iPad Pro comes up with a whole different level and is now starting to destroy. This is going to push Wacom to become a better company with lower prices. And that's what I believe. And it's friendly competition. And I'm really looking forward to it because it actually benefits us, the consumer. Anyways, guys, I'll probably see you in the next video. Not probably, I will. Hopefully I would be present in my next video. But yeah, if you want to see any of my other art, definitely check me out on any of my social media that's in description below. But sorry about all that stuff with the cutting out of the video and everything. And I was a little spacey headed when I was inking. I'll try to make my other videos a little bit more to the point. Have some notes off to the side or something. But yeah, it was nice seeing you guys. Let me look in the comments real quick. Nothing for now. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave them in the comment section below when this is re-uploaded if I missed anything you guys said. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.